Hello and welcome to another episode of Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. My name is Elsie Godwin and I'm here with Ife Oshunkeye and Ife Omai. Hey guys.
What?
I love your eyeshadow today. I don't know.
Thanks.
Right.
Which one is the eyeshadow? I don't know.
The
I'm a
orangey
natural
with.
guy. I
No,
like-
he's not.
Okay,
He's not. Okay.
I like it when ladies are all natural, so I wouldn't know those things.
This one.
So you only roll with natural people.
Well, in most of the time, but sometimes you can't help it. Most Nigerian girls.
They just slip into your preference.
Yeah, but
Just a red lip
I
here and
prefer-
there.
I prefer it natural because then I know what I'm getting into.
But you know in the morning.
What? I'm not in the what?
So you know in the morning. Doesn't last very long. You know.
Okay. I'm just saying, I just like to know what I'm getting into. Whichever way you decide to read meaning into that.
Okay. The first story for today is on actress Simbee Davis, who accuses MC Galaxy of raping her at knife point. According to her, on the day it happened, she followed MC Galaxy to his sister's place to learn dance steps. He told her that his sister gave him permission to teach her how to dance at her place. The actress said that after the dance practice, she realized that the room was locked and that she saw that the singer had a knife with him. She said he threatened to kill her with a knife if she does not do what he says. After the incident, he allegedly took her to a store to give her tablets, stating that she has found her voice, MC Galaxy did her wrong, and that he should pay. I don't know how I feel about this story.
Second.
One, we know MC Galaxy to be the king of publicity stunts, just to be on the lips of everybody. But I don't know if he will go this far, you know. And if this is true, then, I mean, I think I'll just let you speak.
Me?
'Cause
No.
MC Galaxy is just, I don't know.
Well, like I said earlier, I like that I stand with Busola has ignited the conversation about rape. This is what I want. I want people to come out more. I want, even if it's off the back of someone else. I think the whole point of a celebrity coming out is that they become the voice to people who don't have a voice, not because they're more privileged. So if that is her intention of coming out now, because you know there's a movement and there's a platform for people to listen about, that's good and well. But then in this day and age where you can't tell what is being staged or not, or
One
what
MC Galaxy is in the middle too.
if it's a publicity stunt, if she's just doing it for clout, if she's actually. But I always know I'm just the kind of person that likes to lean towards the powerless. And if you have been molested by someone and there was violence involved in coercing you into that thing, then I stand with you. But you know, until there's some kind of legitimacy to your claim, then there's nothing I can say about
However,
that.
she said there was a friend who was in the know, so maybe that's some form of alibi. I don't
Yeah.
know. But Ife, I don't know. What do you think? So you have nothing to say?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay, maybe on our next story you have something to say, which is on 50 Cent publicly disowning his son.
We all know 50 Cent has always been petty, so it doesn't come to me as a surprise. They said he got a DNA test and that's not his son. And obviously you would expect him to say such a thing, especially when his son is always going against him and is not in support of all the negative things and the type of way he always tries to shade his mother. So obviously they don't have the best of relationship. But what surprised me the most was that the song was actually vibing to the songs. I thought the beef would be that much that they probably wouldn't even be. He probably wouldn't be listening to 50 Cent's song, but he seemed like he was enjoying himself. And secondly, no DNA tests can make 50 Cent deny that boy. They look so much alike, so
Yeah.
I don't want to know what 50. I don't know what 50 Cent is talking about, but your DNA test is very wrong, very.
I mean, he's obviously been. I
think petty is now very loose to even
I think
use for
so
him.
too.
Like we need a deeper word.
That's what I was
for
gonna say.
50
I don't think
Cent.
50 is just petty. Like petty could be, I don't know who, like Jamaica or something. To me, or personally, I think 50 Cent is just a bully in general. He bullies people online. He trolls and he bullies them in person as well. Every time he has the power, every time he's in a position of power, he lets you know. So that's just more than being petty for me. It's a bit off. I mean, and something new about the story because he's always been harsh with his son. And I just hope that this whole thing isn't, because I like to believe that there's more substance to this story. When I was watching him, like, listen to, like, sing along to his dad's rap, I'm just imagining that away from all this social media buzz and us sitting and chatting about it, that this thing probably actually affects this boy on a deeper level. For you to know your father's songs, you probably wanted validation from him. I mean, you should. He brought you to life and stuff. So it's, for me, I kind of saw it as a sad news that this is where it is, a grown man insulting his kids or denying his kids.
And this is even coming off the back of him responding to people I like to call trolls, because they came to tell him, oh, why is it that your son is not getting the VIP access, you know, and this is the kind of response you're giving.
So I just think it's more deep than just fun and games. And like, you remember, this boy has a feeling. He could dance and play and reply you with memes, but how does he feel when he's going back to bed knowing that his dad doesn't really care about him? Like, I don't know,
when you do that. Okay, I think it's time for a quick break. When we come back, we'll be talking about Kim Kardashian. We'll be right back.
You're watching Plus TV Africa, and this is Tea Time.
I loved the energy when I came in here. It was so positive. I was like, I can't live here.
My real names are Akbofyokobo, Akborubomemere.
I think my father is a comedian because most times when he calls me, he's like, yo, make sure you use condom, you know, them girls out there.
So are you telling me I should have shot my shots?
Ife, you are my younger brother. Age is nothing but a number. What? I'm a vampire.
I believe in equal rights for women, and I also believe that a man is the head of the house, so we need to draw our limits somewhere. It feels so good. Now can I do my jam now?
Yeah, you can.
Thank you.
Welcome back. This is Tea Time on Plus TV Africa. Up next, Kim Kardashian to relaunch Kimono line under new name following backlash. Her decision comes after fierce backlash from some members of the Japanese community who complained that linking a shapewear line to kimonos, a piece of clothing entrenched in cultural significance, was disrespectful, particularly as kimono are worn by all classes in Japan for many occasions and have no link to underwear. Almost immediately after the brand was revealed, a social media wave rose against it with the hashtag Kimono trending. Kim made the announcement on Instagram writing, "I am always listening, learning, and growing. I so appreciate the passion and varied perspectives that people bring to me." Okay, so I know she tried to defend this, but the defense she brought was not what people were speculating, because people thought, or some people felt that the name Kimono was coming off her own name, probably just having Kim at the back of everything you're doing. But she comes out to give a different explanation entirely, which throws everyone off balance. But it's nice to see that.
What was the explanation?
I can't remember clearly right now, but it had nothing to do with her name at all.
Okay, because
it was something that was saying about describing the wear that she is bringing out and how it fits the human body and all that. So yeah.
Okay, because I saw the explanation where she was saying that it's off a name because she has Kimojis, which is an emoji line, and then Kimono. That was what.
No, that's not her explanation. That's
that's what the audience
people thought. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that was what I saw. I'm just saying what I saw.
Okay. All right. So, if I may.
Oh, that's what you want to say?
Go on.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's good that she listened. She says she always listens. I disagree with that. You don't always listen. She does a lot of stuff that's unethical a lot of the times. She's been accused of animal cruelty. She's been accused of a lot of things. But I think this one was more influential because you are targeting the people, not just an ideology or like a, you know, I can say I don't care about animals and I'm allowed to not care about animals, but this is a whole country. And you could see like a lot of powerful people within Japan started to make noise. Like the mayor said something, addressing her publicly, and was kind of firm about it, like we are urging you strongly and all that stuff. So I don't really think it was a listening thing. I just think you've been boxed into a corner and you didn't
And
have
this is
much
fashion.
of a choice.
She needs to make money.
Exactly. So, and you cannot deny the population Asia has. So you want Asia on your side. But I'm glad that she still responded. She didn't have to, despite the pressure. And I just hope that she can start to listen more to other things. I don't have as much, voice on that. Even her sisters and everything, like the Kylie line products, it's harmful to people's skins. There's people using it and saying that it's harmful, and it's still selling. So yeah, you don't really listen all the time, but we give you accolades where it's due, and thank you for listening this time.
Okay, Shukari.
Well, I believe she addressed the situation perfectly. I like the way she went about it. She didn't try to argue, or she just made it look like, well, she doesn't listen all the time. But the vibe I got from her was like, okay, I'll try to do better. I didn't mean to be insensitive, because she even got an invitation by, I can't remember now, the part of Tokyo or whatever it was that they invited her, that she should come and learn more about the kimono culture and all of that. So, well, I think that's even more for her, because they're also using that to also bring her over to their country and stuff like that. So I like the way she addressed it, and I like the way she's going about this. So I don't think it was intentional.
Well, just to add to the conversation, like, I want your opinions on that. There's also the aspect of cultural appropriation, meaning that you take somebody else's culture, especially the minor one, and then you make profit off it, and you're not really giving credit to that. So Kim has been known for that, especially with the black culture.
I don't want to put cultural appropriation into this, because it's just a name. It's just a name.
No, the whole thing is based on cultural appropriation.
Yeah,
it's like saying that you've taken something out of somebody's culture and you've made it your own, and you're not part of that culture. That's what the Japanese people are.
I understand, but I just feel that's a lame, for me, I don't think that works for me.
Okay, our next story is from Sandra Iheuwa, who slams those shaming her for having a baby shower. The soon-to-be mother gathered with friends as she celebrated the occasion and shared photos on social media. However, some critics shamed her for holding a baby shower despite being unmarried, and she replied them. That reply was so long. I'm not sure I read everything. I mean, when I saw the parts where they go with their usual lines of people trolling them online being hungry, I just lost interest. Like, everybody is not hungry. But then I still understand her anger and where she's coming from. People need to learn to mind their business. Having a baby shower, I don't know if there's anywhere we have written rules that you must be married to have a baby shower, or even a child, you know. So do they expect her to be sober or angry or bitter with herself because she's pregnant for Ubi? Allegedly, I don't know. I mean, Ubi has not come out to say I'm the owner of this child, right? So I don't know what they're on about, but I think she could have passed her message in a better way, really.
Well, I don't see anything wrong with how she passed the message. I think her message was straight to the point. So I don't, okay, maybe apart from the parts where she said some job, did she say job hungry? I think she said jobless people and all that. And then she said jobless people, and then she also referred to them, and she also gave a narration of how she pays about 2.1 million naira annually for a child's school fees. Each child, I think she has 2 kids or something like that. And so I see nothing wrong with the response, because
except from those things you just mentioned.
What?
Except from those things you just mentioned.
No, only the part where she said they said they were hungry, which I haven't seen. But if she actually said people were hungry.
And the joblessness part.
No, there's nothing wrong. You have to be
saying
jobless for you to go on my page and talk about my life because I'm throwing a baby shower. If I was a woman and I'm about to be a mother, regardless
the
whether
people are myopic doesn't mean they're jobless.
And what if we switch that around? You being on social media, wouldn't I say that that's jobless for you even coming on social media and posting stuff to begin with?
Why?
That's the whole point of social media, to interact with people's photos.
Yeah, to interact with people's photos, but not for you to come and troll me. So it's just,
that doesn't mean
all
that
know that what she means by jobless is that
you're not minding your business.
You're not minding your business. We all know she doesn't mean it in the literal sense of it. So at the end of the day, I think people, like you rightly said, people should learn to mind their business more. The fact that Ubi is not taking responsibility, and this is a very independent woman, and we are the same ones that will come out and say, "Yay, we're feminists, we're feminists." Now a woman is doing.
Don't drag feminism into this. Those people who are trolling her, did they say
they are feminists?
I was making a point. I wasn't dragging feminists.
Okay.
I'm just making a point. So I'm saying that these are the same people that will come out and say, oh, we're feminists, every woman should be independent, you should take care of yourself, you should do this. Now this is a woman that is doing it, and yet you should look for a way to try and bring her down for taking care and looking after her own. I think it's just sad.
It's not feminist.
And especially when she said that most of the people trolling her are women.
But that doesn't mean they're feminists.
I'm
just saying.
But I never referred to anyone who trolled her as feminine. I said these are the same people
You actually
that,
just did.
Okay, whatever.
But what's your own point?
Going off, obviously, what Ife is saying is he's correct in that sense. It's one thing to not be straightforward with your saying you want us to be more independent, but you don't want us to have kids outside of marriage and the context of that. But I don't think trolling someone for trolling you is the response. You could have done it in a more like simple way, like straight to the point, whatever. But there's nothing wrong with giving chance for people to come and celebrate a life that's coming in. This life has nothing to do with your social norms of what you think should be the perfect, condition for bringing a baby in. A baby is coming, celebrate that. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but I'm glad that she has a support system to begin with. Even there's some people that would want to throw a surprise party and can't even because the shame around that context is worth. So, kudos to her for that. That's pretty much all I've got.
And that's exactly where we wrap up on this episode. You can join the conversation online as usual by using the hashtag #TeaTime on social media or tweet at us at Plus TV Africa. My thanks as always will go to my co-anchors Ife Oshunkeye and Ife Omai, the entire production team, and to you for watching. Thank you for being there. My name is Elsie Godwin saying, be good.